What are some unwritten social rules everyone should know? There are many unwritten social rules that vary from culture to culture and can change over time. Here are a few general ones that are commonly accepted in many societies. 1. Avoid talking loudly in public places, especially on phones or in libraries. Yes, talking loudly in public places can be considered rude or disruptive to others. It is especially important to be mindful of the volume of your voice in places like libraries, where people may be trying to study or work in a quiet environment. Similarly, using your phone in public places can be disruptive to others if you are talking loudly or playing music or videos without using headphones. It's generally a good idea to keep the volume of your voice and any electronic devices down in public places. 2. Don't cut in line or jump the queue. Yes, cutting in line or jumping the queue is considered rude and disrespectful in many societies. It is important to wait your turn and respect the order in which people are waiting. Cutting in line or jumping the queue can be seen as a way of trying to get ahead of others or prioritize your own needs over theirs, and can be considered selfish behavior. It is important to be patient and allow others to go before you when waiting in line or queues. 3. Keep your phone on silent or vibrate in public spaces, especially in theaters or during meetings. Yes, keeping your phone on silent or vibrate mode in public spaces is a common courtesy. It can be disruptive and disrespectful to others if your phone rings or vibrates loudly during a meeting or in a theater, where people are trying to pay attention to something else. It is generally a good idea to silence your phone or set it to vibrate mode when you are in public places or attending events, to avoid causing distractions or disruptions. 4. Cover your mouth and nose when you sneeze or cough. Yes, covering your mouth and nose when you sneeze or cough is a basic way to prevent the spread of germs and protect others from getting sick. When you sneeze or cough, you release droplets that can contain viruses or bacteria, which can be transmitted to others if they are inhaled or come into contact with mucous membranes. Covering your mouth and nose with a tissue or your elbow can help to contain these droplets and prevent them from spreading to others. It is also a good idea to wash your hands frequently to reduce the risk of spreading germs. 5. Don't stare at people or engage in prolonged eye contact. Staring at people or making prolonged eye contact can be considered rude or intimidating in many cultures. It is generally considered more polite to avoid staring at others or making prolonged eye contact, as it can make them feel uncomfortable or self-conscious. It is important to be mindful of your body language and nonverbal communication, and to respect other people's personal space and boundaries. In some cultures, it is also considered rude to make eye contact with someone of a higher social status or authority, as a sign of respect or deference. 6. Avoid discussing sensitive or personal topics in public. Yes, it is generally a good idea to avoid discussing sensitive or personal topics in public, as these types of discussions can be considered private or inappropriate in some settings. It is important to be mindful of the context and the people around you when having conversations, and to respect other people's privacy. It is also a good idea to be aware of any cultural differences or sensitivities that may affect what is considered appropriate to discuss in public. In general, it is best to err on the side of caution and avoid discussing topics that may be sensitive or offensive to others. 7. Don't touch other people's belongings without their permission. Yes, it is important to respect other people's property and to ask for permission before touching or using their belongings. Touching or using someone else's belongings without their permission can be considered rude or disrespectful, and can violate their sense of personal space or privacy. It is a good idea to ask for permission before borrowing or using someone else's things, even if it is something small or insignificant. This is a basic way to show respect for others and their property. 8. Hold doors open for people behind you, especially if they are elderly or have their hands full. Holding doors open for others is a common act of kindness and consideration in many cultures. It is especially important to be mindful of those who may have difficulty opening doors on their own, such as the elderly or people with disabilities. Holding the door open for someone behind you can be a simple way to show consideration and help them out, especially if they are carrying something or have their hands full. It is a small gesture that can go a long way in making others feel welcomed and appreciated. 9. If you borrow something from someone, return it in a timely manner. Yes, it is important to return borrowed items in a timely manner, as it is a sign of respect and consideration for the person who loaned them to you. Borrowing something from someone implies that you will take good care of it and return it when you are finished. If you are unable to return the item on time, it is a good idea to communicate with the person who loaned it to you and let them know when you will be able to return it. It is a good idea to be responsible and considerate when borrowing things from others, as it helps to build trust and maintain positive relationships. 10. Don't interrupt others when they are speaking. Yes, it is generally considered rude to interrupt others when they are speaking. Interrupting someone while they are speaking can show a lack of respect for their opinions or thoughts, and can disrupt the flow of conversation. It is important to allow others to finish speaking before you speak, and to listen attentively to what they have to say. It is also a good idea to avoid talking over others or speaking too loudly, as this can be seen as aggressive or dominating behavior. Allowing others to speak and being an attentive listener are important skills for effective communication and building positive relationships. It's always a good idea to be mindful of your actions and considerate of others in social situations. Being mindful of your actions and considerate of others is important in any social situation. It involves being aware of your surroundings, respecting others' feelings and boundaries, and being considerate of their needs and perspectives. It also involves being aware of and following social norms and expectations, and adapting your behavior to different contexts and cultures. Being mindful and considerate can help you build positive relationships, navigate social situations with confidence, and be a positive influence on those around you. Thank you for watching, and please consider likes and subscribing our channel for more informative and motivational tips.